Right now, just as soon as Madison's lakes froze over, why the DNR now says you may want to stay off it for at least the rest of the week. Plus, we're seeing some of the incredible things left behind from this weekend's storm and cold like this along the shore of Lake Michigan. And later, a fun, unique way to get rid of this year's Christmas tree while helping out a local zoo. You're watching News 3 Now at 10. And thanks for joining us tonight. Just yesterday, we learned Madison's Lake Mendota officially had frozen over. Happened on Christmas Day, but anyone looking to go out on the ice for the rest of this week may want to think twice. Mother Nature's mood is about to swing once again. After a blast of winter, where we say wind chills more than 35 below, we will soon see temperatures back above their seasonal averages. It comes just as ice fishers started enjoying being out on the freshly frozen lakes, and our Armand Rahman has the story.
Two bluegills here, roughly 8-9 inches. Got a total of 15 over 7.5 today, one crappie, and probably 50 or 60 little dinks.
Jim Kohani is not leaving Lake Monona with an empty bucket.
I don't care if I'm catching 3 inchers. It's just the action and something to do in the middle of winter.
But he knows that's all he'll be reeling in for a couple weeks.
That's going to be unfortunate. I don't know how long the ice will hold up.
There's about 5 to 6 inches of ice out here on Monona Bay, but DNR officials say the perfect storm is coming of warm temperatures and precipitation that could change all that in just a matter of hours.
Don't assume that if the ice was good right now over the weekend, don't assume that it's going to be good in a couple days.
Temps will bob well above freezing for several days.
We also may have some rain, I think, in the forecast, and that can also kind of deteriorate that snow condition. It can put water on top of the ice, so it might be harder to judge the thickness of that ice.
That's enough pressure to crack Jim.
I'd say 3 to 4 days of that, and I wouldn't be out here.
The DNR says ice can vary wildly, even on the same body of water.
You may have an area that can support your weight or even a vehicle's weight in one spot, but then maybe a few feet away from that area, you could have a current or a spring or something under that lake or river that you don't know about.
So they urge everyone to check conditions, and if you go out, bring your cell phone, change of clothes, and an ice pick.
It might not be a bad idea to have a personal flotation device or, with you as well.
But even with the right prep work, you'd still be on thin ice, or worse.
So we got to make sure everybody stays safe. Got here at daybreak and time to go home.
In Madison, Armand Rahman, News 3 Now.
Armand, thank you. And here is a live look downtown from our Edgewater Sky Cam. So just how warm are we expecting it to get, and when will we be able to tell a difference here, as Julian see, right? Our first warn forecast. Julian?
Well, it's funny that you say that, Eric, because we are already seeing improvements from just 24 hours ago, but we're just not really feeling it because you can probably hear the winds are still howling for tonight, which is making that really feel quite chilly. It's 23 degrees right now here in Madison, and we're going to continue to climb slowly but surely into the middle 20s overnight. Cloudy conditions will start to build just a bit, but it's the wind gusts that are really going to take away any kind of improvements on the surface that we're going to have here in southern Wisconsin. It's 26 miles per hour right now in Madison, with 21 in Janesville, about 24 for Monroe. Now, that's just the wind gusts. The speeds that have been sustained have been from 10 to 15 miles per hour, which has brought, once again, our wind chills. Single digits for our friends to the south, but Platteville and 8 for Monroe, and 10 degrees for us here in Madison with 12 in Janesville. On the surface, though, we're into the lower and mid-20s throughout much of southern Wisconsin. It's just not going to be feeling like that, at least not for tonight. We're looking at temperatures to be in the middle to upper 20s throughout southern Wisconsin overnight. But as we're heading out the door, we are also going to start to see those improvements by the time we get into our afternoon, and it's just going to get even better as we go into our Wednesday night. Middle to upper 30s, close to 40 degrees for many areas in southern Wisconsin for tomorrow, so definitely something to enjoy once we get there. And we'll talk more about when and how much longer we can see those warmer temperatures in just a few moments. Until then, back to you, Eric.
Julian, thank you. Check out this new video. This is from Door County. This little ship, Simply Scandinavian. It's located in Gills Rock, right on Green Bay, now completely covered in ice after days of water crashing into it, combined with bitter cold. The owner of the shop estimates there was a foot thick of ice on the building that built up over 2 or 3 days.
So even though the Mother Nature has created some incredible artwork for us, it is a bit worrisome due to the weight that's on the building, but we're betting on the brave little shop doing just fine with its tough Nordic teams and pulling through for us.
The dangerous winter storm is blamed now for at least 55 deaths nationwide, more than half of them in Buffalo. Cars litter the streets there while digging out from one of the worst storms to hit western New York is a days-long process. A driving ban still in effect in Buffalo as well to avoid situations like this one in Williamsville, New York, where fire trucks had to try to snake around those abandoned vehicles just to respond to emergencies. In Kenosha tonight, police are investigating a woman's death with a potential for criminal charges after she was found dead outside an assisted living facility. Police believe the 89-year-old died of weather exposure. Kenosha police said in a statement today they were called to Parkside Manor the morning of December 19th. The victim has not yet been publicly identified. Many airlines are also still trying to play catch up from the storm, none more so than Southwest Airlines, which scrapped more than 70% of its flights yesterday, more than 60% of them again today. The U.S. Department of Transportation now looking into those interruptions. And if you find yourself in a similar situation, the Wisconsin Better Business Bureau does have some tips. If your flight is canceled, you are entitled to a full refund. That includes baggage fees. If the airline offers the refund as a voucher instead of a cash refund, you should ask about expiration dates and blackouts. You are not obligated to take a voucher refund and can ask for a cash refund instead. To read more, we have more information at channel3000.com. Included in the canceled flights was the one that was supposed to take Madison Memorial High School's boys basketball team to Florida for a holiday tournament. After waiting for 30 hours at Midway in Chicago, they decided to drive down instead, and our Andrew Banster spoke with the team today.
Each year, the Val Phillips Memorial High School boys basketball team flies to Florida for a tournament against the nation's top talent. This year, the 24-person group bussed from Madison to Midway Airport at 5 a.m. on Monday to make a 10:30 flight. TSA was a breeze. Things were almost going too well. Then, 20 minutes before takeoff, Southwest started changing those plans.
They changed gates on us. Walked onto the new gates, and as we got down there, the flight got canceled. Not delayed, canceled.
With 30 hours until the tournament's tip-off, they scurried to the nearest agent, only to find out they were rebooked for a January 4th flight. That wasn't going to work.
So then we started thinking bus at that point, bus to get home, or bus to maybe go to Florida. Florida wasn't really on the docket initially.
They spent 10 hours in the airport looking for buses. With 20 hours to tip off, they finally found one that would take them to Florida. But without stops, it's a 16-hour drive.
So I think we're going to end up rolling in, playing, shooting around for a couple minutes, throwing our jerseys out and playing.
As Southwest cancels more and more flights, the team has already canceled their flight home. This time, the bus is staying with them.
It's just like we wanted to get down here for the boys because they wanted to really play. So that's why we tried to make it work. We could have found 3 more games.
Memorial's 6'7" power forward Sam Mickelson says squeezing on a bus isn't ideal for 32 hours, but
if I was to do it over again, I don't think I would actually change anything because I think I've gotten closer to a bunch of teammates that I haven't really gotten close with. And I'm really excited to get out of the bus and start playing again.
In Madison, Andrew Banstra, News 3 Now.
That was Andrew Banster reporting. They made it just in time for their 4 p.m. Central tip-off. And while they did lose their first game, a much-needed good night's sleep will have them ready for the rest of that tournament. Dangerous road conditions playing a role in that crash involving a police cruiser in Ohio on Christmas Day. A Willoughby police officer, this is just northeast of Cleveland, he'd been helping a car involved in a single vehicle accident when the driver of an oncoming truck lost control, slammed into the side of the patrol car. Fortunately, no one was injured. However, the 63-year-old driver of the truck that hit the vehicle was cited for failure to control. And in Michigan, state police are investigating a head-on crash that left a mail carrier seriously injured. The weather also believed to be a factor here. It happened near Grand Rapids on Friday during the storm. That crash involved a semi and a postal vehicle. Police say the postal truck driver has been taken to the hospital with serious injuries. The U.S. Supreme Court this afternoon ruling the controversial Trump-era border restriction known as Title 42 will remain in effect while legal challenges play out. The 5-4 order is a victory for Republican-led states that have challenged a lower court's ruling that said the order can expire. It was initially put in place in 2020 as a way to keep COVID-19 numbers down in the United States. Governor Tony Evers today appointing a new secretary for the State Department of Natural Resources. Adam Payne will take over on January 3rd. Payne will replace former DNR head Preston Cole, who retired last month. Senate Republicans, however, have not yet said who will receive a confirmation vote or be rejected by the legislature. The new legislative session will start next week. And in the lead up to that session, this November's election saw a few surprises. Democrats fending off what was expected to be a very good election for Republicans. And part of that election was the Trump effect and how the candidates he endorsed fared in November. As part of our series of sit-downs with key players in Wisconsin politics, we asked Assembly Speaker Robin Vos how much influence Trump still has in Wisconsin politics.
Way down from where it was. I would say it was at the peak in our primary back in August and September, where of course you had the president endorsing people in our primaries. He endorsed my primary opponent. Of course, I was successful. That was good. That took a little bit of air out of his sails.
Vos said he thinks the reason why Trump's influence has declined is his rhetoric, and that Wisconsinites, he says, appreciate action instead of what Vos calls bluster. The leader of a plot to kidnap Michigan Governor Gretchen Whitmer has been sentenced to 16 years in federal prison. The FBI foiled Adam Fox's plan to kidnap the governor from her summer home in 2020. In August, a jury convicted Fox and an accomplice of kidnapping conspiracy and conspiracy to use weapons of mass destruction. And looking ahead, the long-awaited release of former President Trump's tax returns is scheduled for Friday morning. They'll be placed into the congressional record, at which time they will become public. The House Ways and Means Committee has had the records for some time, but it was not clear whether they would be released to the public. New at 10, President Biden today announcing an all-time record enrollment for healthcare.gov, also known as Obamacare. He said nearly 11.5 million Americans signed up for insurance through the site from November 1st through the 15th of this month. That is an 18% increase from the same time last year. People can still sign up for health insurance for 2023 through January 15th. Next tonight, more local news. Those looking to get rid of their Christmas trees, there are a couple pickup dates you should know. Tree collection in Madison set to begin on January 3rd. The second and final collection round will begin on January 17th. In Beloit, tree collection also begins January 3rd, runs through January 13th. In both cities, make sure there are no extra decorations still on the trees, including your tree stand. And for those looking for something a little fun to do with your tree, the Oxnard Park Zoo in Baraboo is again accepting them to give to their tree-eating animals. Not anyone looking to donate their tree, make sure there's nothing on it, including any sprays of any kind. They can be dropped off right there in the parking lot by the Brown Maintenance Shed at the zoo, free of charge. Well, check this out. A Florida family's unique holiday yard decor is getting attention in their Cape Coral community near Fort Myers. They decided to get creative with all the Hurricane Ian debris lying around their yard, piling it up, all the downed branches, strung up Christmas lights, and turned the giant heap into a makeshift Christmas tree. The family even fashioned a sleigh and reindeer out of some of the branches. They plan to leave that debris through the beginning of the new year. Well, speaking of the new year, this morning Waterford crystals were installed on the 2023 Times Square New Year's Eve ball. It'll descend upon Times Square this weekend. This year's ball is covered with a total of 2,688 Waterford crystal triangles that vary in size. The first ball drop in this location was way back in 1907, 3 years after the celebration started there in Times Square. Still ahead tonight in sports, we'll have the latest from former Badger great J.J. Watt, who announced his retirement from the NFL today. But first, we do have some relief on the way tomorrow with temperatures getting back above freezing, and Julian Seawright will have the complete forecast next.
Red Hot deals are super hot this Monday through Thursday. Fresh Hy-Vee chicken breasts, only $1.99 a pound. Doritos, only $1.99. And Hy-Vee sour cream, only 59 cents. Only at Hy-Vee.
Wisconsin. It's easy to take for granted how we warm up. But what if you couldn't warm up so easily? For many, it's a reality they can't ignore. Working families, elderly, disabled, and veterans struggling to keep their heat and power on in the dangerous cold of winter. If you or someone you know needs a hand up, our energy, water, and emergency rental assistance providers are working together to keep you safe in your home. No one deserves to suffer when we can help each other.
Start the new year off right during the final days of the Ford Shine Bright sales event. Don't miss your chance to choose from a great selection of new Ford vehicles in stock and ready for delivery. Or place a custom order, lock in your rate, and you're protected. Plus, new inventory is still arriving daily, so you could drive one home today. This season, get into a 2022 Explorer SUV with 2.9% financing for 60 months at your local Ford dealer and shine bright.
One of the best things about the holidays is going home and spending time with family and friends. One of the worst things, getting there. Holiday travel can be tough, especially driving. If you or a loved one needs help after an accident this holiday season, we're here for you. Our top-notch team of experienced professionals is available 24/7. Be safe this holiday season. Gruber Law Offices. One call, that's all.
You can get any phone you want.
Any one I want?
Any phone you want.
Connection is the greatest gift of all. At U.S. Cellular, we're offering any phone free for new and current customers, plus $100 to spend on accessories.
Hy-Vee Red Hot deals are super hot this Monday through Thursday. Bone-in pork shoulder roast, only $1.48 a pound. 6 packs of Pepsi products, only $1.99. And Dole iceberg lettuce, only 99 cents each. Only at Hy-Vee.
Kerry Washington is on the Jennifer Hudson Show. Plus, the star of Kerry's new series, Reasonable Doubt. Welcome Emma Yassi-Coronati. Then, former Idol finalist David Archuleta is here.
On the next Jennifer Hudson Show at 3. You're watching News 3 Now at 10.
Welcome back. If you're taking part in tonight's Mega Billions drawing, now is the time to get out your ticket. This evening's drawing worth more than $500 million, and here are the winning numbers: 9, 13, 36, 59, 61, and a mega ball of 11. Now, if someone matches all of those numbers, it would represent the 6th largest prize in Mega Millions history. The jackpot has grown ever since the last grand prize was split between 2 winning tickets. That was back on October 14th. You may need a little luck from the lottery if this prediction comes true. According to gas price app Gas Buddy, the price at the pump could rise to $4 a gallon again by May. The prediction based on the higher cost to produce summer-grade gasoline, plus more Americans hit the road in those warmer months. If you're thinking about heading to the gym in the new year, you're going to be in good company. Local fitness leaders say the number of people regularly exercising at the gym is growing. Leaders at Princeton Club say their post-pandemic comeback has been stronger than anticipated. They say this year they've done more workouts as a company than they have in any of their past 35 years in business. Club president Andy Haugen says in a way they have COVID to thank.
That put so much focus on people's health, and so it brought it back to, like, what can I do? What steps can I take to actually improve my overall well-being? And so for us, that's why this past year was so exciting, because we saw the amount of people exercising go up so dramatically.
He says Princeton Club is also seeing a wider array of people exercise to get in the gym, from young athletes to those in their 90s working on their mobility. They're also seeing more people taking advantage of trainers, both in groups and also in their one-on-one sessions. Local hospitals released their lists of the top baby names of 2022 at SSM Health St. Mary's. The top 5 names this year: Theodore, Henry, Olivia, Leo, and Oliver. And at Unity Point Health Meriter, we're seeing a bit of a shakeup at the top of their list. Jack and Jackson out of first place for the first time in 4 years. We have the full list of top names at channel3000.com. Well, let's go to Julian C. right now with your certified most accurate forecast and the warm-up we're talking about in the coming days.
Yes, it's going to be a nice one. Finally can use the car washes in the next coming days because, yes, we do. There's a lot of salt on our vehicles. And this is what we're looking at, folks, because the next few days, heading in even to next week, this is the start of the new year, temperatures are going to be above seasonable. At least that's what is forecasted for us here in the upper Midwest and much of the eastern side of the United States. Now, how warm is it going to get? Well, we're going to be seeing temperatures in the 30s and 40s for the rest of this week and even going into next week as well. So those who are really dying to get their car washed, well, we're looking for tomorrow and potentially even Thursday to be the best time to do it. It will be breezy, however, for the next few days, so it won't necessarily feel like it will be on the surface temperatures, as we're going to be into the upper upper 30s for tomorrow. It's still going to feel a little chilly as we're having some breezy to gusty winds throughout the course of the day. But we are watching for a couple of shower chances, but it's mainly going to be small pocketed showers and not a washout just ahead of the new year. Now, 37 degrees is what we're expecting for tomorrow. We're looking at partly sunny skies, but it's still, once again, going to be breezy, but it's finally going to be milder for us. We're finally going to be breaking past the freezing point as we get into tomorrow's afternoon and evening hours, and that's for all of southern Wisconsin, as we're going to be seeing the upper 30s knocking on the door of 40 degrees for tomorrow. And again, we did just have Lake Mendota that froze over just yesterday, with these temperatures starting for tomorrow into the upper 30s and then 40s going into our Thursday. Well, we're not going to be looking at that lake to be very solid in the next coming days. Heading into our afternoon, planning it out for us, it's going to be open skies for the most part. Could see some higher level clouds, but breezy conditions and temperatures in the middle to upper 30s. That's going to be the theme heading into the rest of our Wednesday. And Wednesday nights, well, we're actually going to be stable into the middle to upper 30s, heading into the overnight hours, transitioning into Thursday morning, which means we're actually going to wake up and head out the door of our Thursday, and it's not going to be feeling like it's freezing. However, temperatures are going to climb into the middle to upper 40s by the time we get into our Thursday afternoon, and the activity is kind of going to miss us. It's mainly going to be north of Black River Falls into northern parts of Wisconsin. We could see a couple of pocket showers, but overall, we're not looking for much in terms of any kind of wet weather heading into our Thursday night. But we could start to see some pop-up showers, but that's really not going to be the biggest headline. It'll be the winds that are just going to continue to howl from overnight tonight into our Wednesday morning and afternoon. We're looking at gusts to be ranging from 20 to 25, maybe even 30 miles per hour throughout our Wednesday and going into our Thursday. So we're still going to be on the breezy end, but we're not going to be overly strong in terms of wind strength. Now, taking a look at what things are going to be panning out for us over the next few days. So as I mentioned, 30s and 40s are going to be in our forecast for us. Heading into Thursday, we could see some AM fog with the warmer weather going to stick around for us, transitioning into our Thursday morning. So be prepared for some patchy areas of fog for Thursday. But then as we head into Thursday night into Friday, could see a couple of pop-up showers, mainly going to be isolated. But overall, we are looking for plenty of opportunities to get the car washed and enjoy this weather while we have it, because we know that the Wisconsin winters is going to get cold once again once we get into the new year.
And coming up in sports, it's all hockey all the time for the Wisconsin women. Why that is perfect for this time of year for the Badgers. That's next on News 3 Now.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
At Stanton Optical, independent eye doctors are available for eye exams whenever you need one. You should have seen me before I got mine. You're so quiet. Are you mad at me? Book your free same-day eye exam at Stanton Optical today.
Get started on your next project now at Menards. Create your dream bathroom with Sterling bathroom products that fit your style and budget. Like this Sterling Ensemble shower. Its durable, high-gloss finish provides lasting beauty. Save big on Sterling products. Put the finishing touches on your kitchen or bathroom with Moen. Add a modern touch with the matte black mica bath faucet. Get it for only $99.99 now at Menards.
Save big money at Menards.
The holidays are for making memories, and you can count on Honda to help you make them. Whether it's in a capable Ridgeline, adventurous CRV, a rugged Passport, or a dynamic Pilot. Start making memories of your own with a new Honda during Happy Honda Days. Buy online, reserve from select dealers, or visit your local Honda dealer today.
It's the Planet Fitness You Can Still Join a Gym in 2022 sale. Now through December 30th. Join for just $1 down, $10 a month, and you can still do that thing you said you do 11 and a half months ago. All with no commitment, cancel anytime. Get tons of equipment in our clean and spacious clubs. It's not too late. This can still be your year. Simply join through the free PF app for $1 down, $10 a month, cancel anytime, and pay nothing until January 17th. Hurry, deal ends Friday, December 30th.
What can Sono Bello do for you? How about a new shape?
Oh my gosh, I'm so happy. I just put this dress on that I haven't worn in over 10 years.
New confidence.
I can see a huge difference.
Look at this.
New you.
I can wear a little black dress. I feel sexy.
With Sonobello, you can permanently remove stubborn fat in just one visit. Don't wait. The results I've seen achieved are truly outstanding.
Schedule your free, no-obligation consultation with Sonobello, America's #1 cosmetic surgery specialist, and find out how you can get $250 off. Sonobello uses Tri-Sculpt micro-laser liposuction to remove your diet-resistant fat cells permanently for incredible transformations in just one visit.
I have one big regret. I didn't go sooner.
Call 1-888-622-8360 or go to sonobello.com.
Stanton Optical is the best value in eye care. We do the math, people. For $79, you get all this. That costs over $400 at LensCrafters, over $200 at Walmart, and over $150 at America's Best. When it comes to value, Stanton Optical is the top bird.
Pac-12 After Dark has nothing on Wisconsin's Guaranteed Rate Bowl against Oklahoma State. The game was supposed to kick off at 9:15, got pushed to 9:25, meaning it's not going to get over until close to 1 a.m. Chase Wolf drove the Badgers down the field, and their first drive ended with a field goal, but the Cowboys turned a Wolf pick into points. This one in the second, Badgers just scored, should be 10-7. After 12 years harassing NFL quarterbacks, J.J. Watt is calling it a career once the season is over, and he'll go down as one of the best to ever do it. The former Badger was drafted 11th overall in the 2011 draft by the Texans, where he's the franchise's all-time sack leader. He's a 3-time Defensive Player of the Year, a 5-time Pro Bowler, and a 7-time All-Pro. Watt has 111.5 sacks to his name and 2 games left in a Hall of Fame career. There was this long stretch of Green Bay's season where it kind of felt like this, well, watching Aaron Rodgers and the Packers play on Sundays, but now that's not the case anymore. There is hope. 2 wins and some help from either the Browns this Sunday or the Cowboys next week, and the Packers sneak into the playoffs. And after a big win over the Dolphins, Rodgers can feel the team's confidence rising.
There were a few moments it felt like maybe the rock bottom that we got through, and now we're on the other side. Now, we're not in the perfect position. The perfect position would be like in 2010. This year, we need a little bit of help. We're all going to be Browns fans this week.
Hell yeah. Oh, Browns.
Wow. Definitely pulling for the Browns, and obviously we got to take care of our own business. But, I mean, we got a big jump of confidence this last week.
After yet another 2-week break, the Badger women's hockey team is back on the ice preparing for the second half of their season, and it's a tough 7-series stretch with Ohio State twice, Minnesota, and this week's top 4 showdown with Quinnipiac. The good news, it's only hockey right now for the Badgers. No classes to worry about, just eating, sleeping, and breathing hockey. And some would say it doesn't get any better than that.
This is honestly like the best time of the year for us. We like when the campus is empty. It kind of just feels like it's just us, nothing to worry about. We can all just kind of hang out.
It's so nice. I mean, everyone loves being able to come back to campus. It's quiet. You don't have to worry about studying in school and just get to focus on hockey, which is kind of what we enjoy most, so.
And Brianna Decker adds another title to her resume. The former Badger star was named an assistant coach for this year's U.S. Under-18 women's national team. The 3-time Olympian is no stranger to the Women's World Championships. Decker skated in 8, taking home 6 gold medals. We're back after this.
Todd and Sarah are in love, but this isn't your classic rom-com. It's a Nissan event ad. Don't let true love or these offers get away.
Make no payments until March 2023 on select vehicles.
Wisconsin. It's easy to take for granted how we warm up. But what if you couldn't warm up so easily? For many, it's a reality they can't ignore. Working families, elderly, disabled, and veterans struggling to keep their heat and power on in the dangerous cold of winter. If you or someone you know needs a hand up, our energy, water, and emergency rental assistance providers are working together to keep you safe in your home. No one deserves to suffer when we can help each other.
No matter how you say it, the meaning remains the same.
Happy holidays.
Wesołych świąt.
Aidakum Said.
Frohe Festtage.
Nawag, iyo barwako.
Maligayang pagbati, mabuhay.
Felices fiestas.
Buone feste.
Tiara, Quila.
From our family at Gruber Law Offices to yours, happy holidays. One call, that's all.
Are you waking up in the morning with a sore jaw, headaches, maybe even ringing in your ears, all because you're grinding and clenching your teeth at night? That's exactly what was going on with me. That's when I found this, the Brux Night Guard. Now, the Brux Night Guard redirects the bite force away from the back teeth, reducing jaw pain while still protecting the teeth. This unique design is what makes Brux Night Guard different from all other traditional grind guards. Go to bruxnightguard.com and order yours today.
What's the matter, hon?
There's nothing to do.
You should check out Ho Chunk Game in Madison, home with a 95% average payout.
And with so many slot machines, there's a game for every kind of player. They're right, honey. And with new promotions and reward club perks all the time, there are more ways to win than ever before. Find your fun and visit Ho Chunk Gaming Madison today.
Ho Chunk Gaming Madison.
Now, what is happening? Only a wise and lucky few understand the amazing benefits of real sauna bathing. Leisure Concepts has finish and infrared saunas that set up in a flash and will get you through winter happy and healthy. Now watch closely to see my favorite part of sauna bathing. Get to Leisure Concepts on the Beltline at the Park Street exit.
Todd and Sarah are in love. But this isn't your classic rom-com. It's a Nissan event ad. Don't let true love or these offers get away.
Get $500 loyalty cash on Pathfinder or Rogue.
The Packers battle the Vikings Sunday at 3:25.
You're watching News 3 Now at 10.
Julian is back. Final check of the forecast. All those snow piles there. Like to see a slight reduction in the size of the snowbanks.
Well, you and me both, because I am kind of tired of that mess. And we have plenty of opportunity for it, especially as we get closer to Friday. Temperatures will be well above freezing tomorrow afternoon, and it's going to stay that way from Thursday into Friday. It's going to be melting some of that snow, but also lowering the thickness on the ice. So make sure that you're being careful if you're going to be participating.
All right, Julian, thank you, and thanks for joining us for News 3 Now at 10. Have a great night.